Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to be doing a headless install of Raspberry on this Raspberry Pi 4, as you can see. And then I've got a 32GB of micro SD card of SanDisk, and so now let's get started. So now let's go to my Mac screen and insert this SD card in and install Raspberry and doing some configurations to the Raspberry in this SD card. So now let's move to my screen. So here I am on my Mac screen. Let me just go ahead and plug in my SD card into my Mac. And there we go. So it already has OS installed on it, but now we're going to be formatting it and installing Raspberry with Headless. So let's open Raspberry Pi Images. Wait for that. And after opening Raspberry Pi Imager, Raspberry Pi Imager is also available for Mac, Windows and Linux. So here in the operating system section, just click on choose OS and scroll down and choose erase. Then choose your micro SD card and click on write. Make sure your SD card has no important data in it, because it will destroy all the data present in the SD card. Let's click on write, click on yes, and let's wait. Okay, it's done. And now go to the operating system thing again, click on it and go to the OS you want. For example, now there are so many versions of Raspberry. I would recommend this one. Let me choose that and let me choose my SD card. And before clicking on writing, you can see here a settings icon. So let me click on that, and here we go. Here is the main configuration we need to do. So here, as you can see, first image customization option to always use or this session only. To always use means whenever you write the operating system to the Raspberry Pi, you can use the same configuration, or else if you choose for this session only, it will choose this configuration for the the OS you are writing right now. So let me select for to always use. This would be better. And now let's go to the configuration settings. So first of all, we are having some options to enable. So first of all, make sure you have set host name enabled, and it is recommended to you turn on it, because it will be easier to connect the Raspberry Pi via SSH or a VNC without knowing the IP address. So just click on this checkbox and make sure it is checked, and set the host name to Raspberry Pi, or else you can rename it to whatever you want. Next, we are having enable SSH, which is the most important thing here. Make sure you have ticked it, and make sure you have chosen use password authentication. This will allow us to go and access the Raspberry Pi via SSH and enable VNC. So then we are having an option to set the username and the password. If you uncheck this option, make sure you note that the default username is Pi and the default password is Raspberry. So it will allow us to log in SSH. So let me type a password now. Here, if you don't have a wired internet connection like I do, you can just check on this thing which says configure Wi-Fi. So here SSID means the name of your Wi-Fi, and the password means the password of your Wi-Fi. So enter the credentials and move to the next thing. Here you can skip the wizard which pops up when you first log into your Pi, which you can give like your keyboard layout and your region where you are, but you can skip that by checking this box and providing the necessary details. So now let's click on save. Make sure you leave the things here default. You don't need to change anything here. Let's click on save now, then click on write. So again, it will destroy all the data in the SD card. So it says, do you want to continue? Click on yes, and there we go. So it will ask for your password, just enter it, then click on OK. Now this might take some time depending on your internet connection, but already I've downloaded it to my computer, so for me it won't take some long time. So let me meet you after it's done. So there we go, the right process has been done. Now it's verifying, but we can skip the verifying process by clicking on cancel verify, and then after some time it will automatically eject your SD card, and now we are ready to insert it on our Pi. So here is our Raspberry Pi. Let me just insert my SD card into the Pi by pressing the SD card. So here's the SD card slot in the Pi, and now let's power up the Pi by connecting the cable. So the Raspberry Pi uses the USB-C cable, so let me just attach it. So after a while in your network the Raspberry Pi should be found, or you can just use the host name that you have set it for the Raspberry Pi during the installation process. So if you're on a Mac, I've downloaded an app called IP Scanner from the App Store, or you can use Angry IP Scanner if you're on a Windows PC. So let's go and open an app called Port X. So Port X allows us to communicate via SSH with Raspberry Pi. So it's specifically made for SSH, like PuTTY. If you're on a Windows PC, you can just download PuTTY, or if you're on a Mac, just download Port X from the App Store. Every app right now I'm using is downloaded from the App Store, so it's easy access. So as you can see, it's loading. So as you can see, the Port X application has been loaded. So just type here your Pi's IP address. So I've copied it, just paste it, then press return or enter. Then it will ask for your username. The username is Pi, and the password, okay, just click on accept if you received any pop-up like this. The password is the password you set, or if you haven't set any password, the default password is Raspberry. And now as you can see, I've successfully logged into the Pi via SSH. So if you want to use the Pi via SSH, this is a way, or if you want to use the Pi with the VNC, let me show you. Just log in via SSH, then type sudo raspi -config. So this will pop up. As you can see the model number of your Pi and some configuration settings right here. So just go to interface option, or option number 3, then go and to VNC, which is option number 3 again, and here just click on yes. So if you received any error, just try it again. For me it's done, and here we go, the VNC is enabled. Now let's open VNC viewer, and after opening the VNC viewer, type the same IP address that you entered on PuTTY or Port X, then click on enter, and after that click on continue if you received a pop-up. Then write the same credentials as before. Now you can remember the password, and there we go. Here is our Raspberry Pi desktop. As you can see, we're having a brand new Raspberry, and it may be a little bit slow due to your internet connectivity. For me, it's a little bit faster. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and let me see you in my next video. Bye bye.